Put a log on that fire, baby.
Hi there. Life is about balance, right? It's fast and slow. We need to be patient, but we also need to be impatient. We need to take it easy, but we also need to realize that there is an urgency to our lives. If we aren't living how we want to live, if we're not creating what we want, if we're not feeling the feelings most of the time that we want to feel, if our relationship isn't where we want it, if we're not feeling connection and intimacy, if we're not loving ourselves and we're not practicing self-care, we're not eating healthily, we haven't got the body that we desire, we aren't exercising, if things aren't anywhere near where we want them to be, or in the cycle of creation and destruction, then we need to start getting a little bit more impatient with ourselves. And what I like to call this beautiful balance of impatience and patience is kind assertive. Being kind assertive with ourselves. Speaking to ourselves lovingly, kindly, the kind of self-talk that encourages and supports ourselves. But at the same time, giving ourselves a kick up the arse and saying, it's time to make a change and to get up when we need to get up every day and practice self-love and self-care, to take actions every day consistently that move us towards what we want, to break the negative patterns, to make sure the words that come out of our mouths are powerful and creative and loving to others. This fire is warm. This fire is hot. I thought it'd be really nice to sit by the fire, and actually, it's burning. But you know what? That's lovely. It's nice to be warm on a cold winter's day. I wrote some notes here because it just keeps me a little bit more on topic, right? So the topic being when there's some heat coming off that. When is the time to be kind and when is the time to be assertive? So we're up against it in a lot of ways, right? We've been conditioned, we've been programmed for our lives to not love ourselves, to not be consistent, to not take responsibility, to have many limiting beliefs and things that hold us back. Our minds are sometimes our greatest enemies. We are our own worst enemies. But that's because we've had so much, like I say, so much programming, so many things coming in and influencing us in negative ways through our lives. Whether that's the news, whether it's the radio, whether it's our parents, whether it's our friends, whether it's the people that have surrounded us, employees, bosses. There's just so many ways that we can be conditioned. And most of our conditioning has actually happened from the ages of 0 to 7. We are the most susceptible to programming in those years of our lives. So when we're being assertive with ourselves, we are making sure that we are not continuing this conditioning, continuing telling ourselves the lies, continuing letting those limitations be in place. When we've got ideas and beliefs about ourselves and the world that aren't helping us anymore, we need to be relentless in letting those go and creating new ones, using gratitude, using affirmations, right? Repetition day after day. If we're just allowing those limitations to be in place, our life will never be what we actually want it to be. We'll always be short of our potential, short of our joy, short of our creativity. We have to look ourselves in the mirror or live our day and say to ourselves, I'm here for you, I've got you, I see you, I hear you. But let's kick into high gear, right? Let's get into action. And sometimes that action is Like, right, lie the F down and rest, recover, do nothing, have idle time where you can actually have insight and let things embody into your system, embed into your system, right? So we probably have another day tomorrow, right? In some ways we understand that it's likely that we'll have another day tomorrow. But do we respect that life could end at any time? Are we living into the idea that the lives of those that we love and our own life can come to an end at any time and will come to an end at some point in the future? And the speed that life goes, it's not that long until that happens. Yes, we feel like it may be a long time, but it's not. Think how fast your days and weeks go now. We need urgency in our lives. Patience, yes, but urgency. We need to respect the fact that life is moving at a rapid pace, and that when we just allow ourselves to stay in the same cycles of boredom, how do you say that? Mediocrity? And when we just stay stagnant in our depressive states, in our anxious states, in our reactive, fearful states, then we're just wasting life. And that's where the kindness bit comes into, because obviously we feel regret from those kind of things, we feel guilt from those kind of things. And so allowing ourselves to have that self-talk, I hear you, I'm with you. It's okay that you made those mistakes. It's okay that you've held back all this time. It's okay that you failed. It's okay that that didn't work out, that this didn't work out. But here's another day, here's another moment. It's not about waiting for Monday or even tomorrow. It's about recognizing that the next moment is a moment to take action, is a moment to love yourself more, is a moment to love your family, your loved one, your spouse, your friends, your neighbors even more. Every new moment is an opportunity to create. And yes, sometimes we can feel like, oof, I'm just so overwhelmed, it's too much to handle. So go have a rest, go lie down, go take a nap, do nothing for an hour, and then come back to it, come back to your life, and go all in. Yeah. Your negative cycles must be forced to come to an end. They're not going to fall lightly. They're habits. They need to be forced into new habits, let go, thrown away even. So yes, be kind with yourself, but yes, also be assertive with yourself. Assertiveness does not mean hating yourself. It means being able to lead yourself lovingly, kind, assertive. That's what leadership is all about. That's what responsibility is all about. That's what creativity is all about. Kind, assertive. You've got this. You have what it takes. Much love.